We're at State of OpenCon 2025, run by OpenUK. Here we have Richard Lin, and former Zero One AI and Huawei engineer, but also co-founder of Kaiyuanshe.
Yes.
So how's your day been, Richard?
This is my first time come here, and I just wanted to meet new friends here and listen to some new ideas here. So it is like an adventure for me because this is my first time here and in London and in UK, even in this island. So yeah. So maybe I'm a little bit. I feel I'm a stranger here, but I can met some new friends, and we are all open source guys, so we can catch up and talk to each other. So here I like a church. Even we talk in different language, different culture, but the church is we believe in open source.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I'm very happy here. Yeah.
So could you just give us a bit about your background? I know you worked in Huawei at Zero1 AI, so could you talk about what you did at these companies and your journey in open source?
Okay, my journey of open source is start from 2009, and I actually, in fact, I'm Taiwanese. I'm born and raised in Taiwan, and I start my open source work in a project sponsored by Taiwan government. The project name is called Open Source Software Foundry. Yeah, and the project is in an institute called Academia Sinica. Academia Sinica is the highest research institute in Taiwan government. Yeah, and I work in OSSF Open Source Software Foundry for 4 to 5 years, and then I wanna go. I want to go to China because in that time. There are so many new startups in China doing after 2012. After 2012, then I go there in the late 2013. Yeah, so I joined a startup. Its name is Git Cafe, like GitHub. Maybe it's for you it's like a clone. It's a clone of GitHub, but it doesn't matter because many Chinese people don't know GitHub then. yeah, and then but the startup is not success, and I at the time 2014. Many friends and I established Kaiyuanshe. It means Chinese Open Source Alliance, and I'm the co-founder of Kaiyuanshe, and originally it is sponsored by Microsoft China. Yeah, because at that time the new CEO of Microsoft is Satya. Satya is and the bombers go and Satya has come. So Satya, he wants to be more open source, and his strategy is go cloud, go mobile, and go cloud. If you don't touch with open source, you cannot go cloud, right? Yeah, you know Kubernetes or many cloud infrastructure is open sourced. So we founded Kaiyuanshe, and Chinese Open Source Alliance, and sponsored by Microsoft China. Yeah, so we have this history, and then even I left the job in Git Cafe because the company is not so success. But I joined Huawei, and in Huawei responsible for a developer community and a open source project called Light OS, and then go to Huawei Cloud AI developer ecosystem. And so my career is totally binding with open source at the beginning of 2009 in Taiwan. So so OSSF. Then I go to China to Git Cafe and Huawei. Then I left Huawei in 2023, and joined another AI unicorn in China called Zero1.ai. Maybe some Chinese people know the founder of Zero1.ai is Dr. Kai-Fu Lee. He's a very famous guy in China, but I'm not sure in the world. Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, yeah. And I was responsible for the open source and the developer ecosystem in 01.ai till last December. I left 01.ai last December because there are many reasons, but one main reason is that the company strategy changed, and the company thinks open source is not a core value and strategy anymore in the company.
Why did they think that? What shifted?
Because to many Chinese company, they think, okay, I open source my, for example, software or model, then how can I get money back? Yeah, it's a very direct thinking. I cannot say this is wrong, because every open source strategy, it must be combined with the business model of the project. Yeah. So even now, Llama is open source model, and the DeepSeek is open source model too, but they don't have business model to earn money back in this time. Mm-hmm. Maybe in the future, they just to occupy the market share. But now I don't know how they can can earn money. So 01.ai, because every company has their goals, and 01.ai want to be transferred to more customer oriented company. So maybe they don't want to do a training model anymore, but they want to close to the customer, for example, the to B or to C market, to build some product or application or solutions to their customer and consumer. And then the company may be good, but open source is not a core value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that these Chinese AI companies have taken a more open source approach in general? Because we know like DeepSeek, I know Alibaba's open source, and 01.ai compared to OpenAI and things like that are closed source in the West. Do you think there's a difference?
I think it's the result of competition. Why I say competition? The very first beginning of the Chinese LLM is Baidu. Do you know Baidu? Yeah, Baidu. I'm not sure its English name is Wenxing Yiyan. Ernie AI model. Yeah, in Chinese is Wenxing Yiyan, English is Ernie AI model. And the founder of Baidu, Li Yanhong, I forgot his English name. And the Li, the founder, the Baidu CEO and the founder Li.
Robin Li.
Robin Li. Yeah, he say, open source is full, and closed source is good. Yeah. In Chinese is 开源是智商税. You can check it. I don't know how to translate 智商税, but you know, you can translate it for me.
It's like a
open source is
it's like a trap.
It's a tax on intelligence. Yeah. If you're smart, I'm not sure. 智商税 is 智商 is intelligence.
Yes.
And the 税 is tax. So they say if you use open source, and the free is eventually expensive. Yeah, free is expensive. So if you pay money to me this time, you are smart. Yeah. So it's a So Baidu's Robin Li, I think it's a very strange for me in the beginning. And then who open source in China? The first open source is called 智谱 AI, ZHIPU. Yeah, ZHIPU, 智谱. Yeah, 智谱 AI is a Chinese company, and the founder is come from Tsinghua University. Do you know Tsinghua? Yeah, it's a very good like Stanford in
university.
top university in China. Yeah, so the alumni and the member of Tsinghua University go to, found the Zhipu, and Zhipu is the Zhipu have the first open source project called OpenGLM. General Language Model. I think I don't remember. The abbreviate is GLM, OpenGLM. Yeah, and then the second company called Baichuan. Baichuan have a Baichuan 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 open source model, and then Qwen, Alibaba's Qwen. Do you know Qwen? QWEN. At that time, I think Qwen is the best. Is the best open source AI model in China because Qwen opens from the very little size to very large size large model. Yeah, and all of model they open all of the model, no proprietary model, no closed model. So I think Qwen is the best, and in my heart I very like them. I even know their owner and talk to them, say why you open source this, and yeah, they have some dreams and they have some things to overcome in Alibaba, but they success. Yeah, they succeed. So I think Qwen's team is very good. But I also noticed DeepSeek at that time. DeepSeek is very special company because they are not big company, not like Alibaba or not like Baidu, Huawei, not like that. But they are also not unicorn because unicorn that is value over $1 billion, right?
Yes.
They don't have investment. They don't have to invest money, so they have no value, no investor value. Yeah, they just invested by a hedge fund company called I'm not sure the English name, but it's 换方，幻觉的幻，方法的方，幻方。Yeah, and maybe you can check the English name of
The High Flyer, I think, is the English name.
High Flyer.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, High Flyer's founder is Dr. Liang. And Dr. Liang, they use the money they earn from the High Flyer to establish a new AI company called DeepSeek.
Yes.
Yeah, so DeepSeek, they are so pure. They are like an academic research team, very pure, and they open source anything they can open source. So at that time, I think DeepSeek is very good, but they are not a big company or not the unicorn. They are very special existence. Yeah.
Thank you. So what you've just done for us is summarized all of these cool things that are happening in China that I had no clue about. I love technology and AI, and I knew only one or two of the things you said for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And what you've just done is translated it and gave it all to us, which is amazing.
And the fourth open source team is my previous team is 01.ai. Yeah, we open source a large model called EYI. The pronunciation is E. Yeah, E is in Chinese is one. E. Yeah. So the E model at the beginning is very famous because its size is 34 billion, and if you have a quantized edition, it can be deployed on an 4090.
4090 graphics card. Yeah.
4090, sorry, 4090 graphic card. So it's very popular at that time. It's 2023, November 2023. But in the December 2024, I left because the strategy is changed. So it's a pity, but I still feel in China, open source, everything see open source is a method or they just want to use open source to promote and to maybe to earn money. But it's not a goal. It's not a goal. just a measure.
So you mentioned that you were following DeepSeek, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, were you sort of as surprised as a lot of people in the West were? Because a lot of people in the West just didn't imagine that DeepSeek would be so competitive
Yeah.
with, for example, OpenAI. So were you surprised, or did you sort of expect?
Actually, yeah, your question is very good. Actually, I know this team for at least 1 year. So, yeah, I know one of the member. They are just 40, less than 50 people. This company less than 50 people. So it's a very small team. And uh, I just know the team like to innovation, innovate something, and not to follow by, yeah. For example, some company in China, they will follow Llama and follow some company, but DeepSeek just want to be the pioneer and the innovation, the new method and the new research, and they will publish their research. Yeah, so I think they are good, but when DeepSeek explode and everyone knows it, I think it surprised me too. It surprised me too. But back to the team, it makes me, oh, it's reasonable, because when some company explode and famous, maybe it's that company, because that company have some gene I respect, open and very, how to say, they don't speak, they don't loud speak to anyone, but they just do their research. Yes, yeah. So I respect the company, and now. Previously, I will say in China there are 3 open source AI team. Is top 3. One is Quen, and the second maybe is 01.ai or DeepSeek, the 3. Because I was served in 01.ai, but now I think the top 2, the top 2 is DeepSeek and the Quen. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. And the final thing to say is, before this conversation,
Yeah.
your friend said that that you are the most open-minded person that he knows, and that's just awesome. So I think we can all take away that lesson from you, and hopefully the conversation helps our listeners, especially the people in the West, to kind of be open-minded about China, especially, but also the rest of the world and all the incredible talent that exists that we don't even know about.
Actually, I think open source or transparent or something that is it's a part of culture and the spirit. And because I said I was born and raised in Taiwan. Yeah. So Taiwan society is between Western society and the Chinese society. It's a mix. Maybe you know, right? So to many mainland China mainlander, they think Taiwan is more Western, like American or sometimes like Japanese. Yeah, and but as a Taiwanese, for example, I in Western world, they think I was more like Chinese because the race and the culture. Yeah, so I know many open source thinking in Taiwan, and I think it's a very good culture and atmosphere I like. So I want to bring it from Taiwan to China. Yeah. So I went to China 12 years ago, and I established Kaiyuanshe. Means I think, oh, here's no so-called or the right open source atmosphere here. So I should do something. I should do something to make it happen. Yeah, so now open source culture in China is better than then. So maybe there's a little effort I put it in. Yeah, so this is my mission, and not only China, even or other. For example, 2 days ago, I was in Fosdem. Do you know Fosdem? FOSDEM.
Yes,
yeah,
your shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Fosdem is in Brussels, Belgium, and I met Korean friends, South Korea, and they want to build open source ecosystem there, and they want to do open source community conference and an entity. So they don't know how to do this, and I heard of this, and one of my friends connect with each other, and I want to help him. Maybe sometime, maybe in the future, South Korea's open source ecosystem can have my contribution too. Yeah, so I like to do this. This is maybe my mission or my that's what I exist. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Richard. That was
Sorry, my
awesome.
English is not good.
No, we understood everything.
It was very good. It was a great conversation. Thank you so much. And if anybody wants to contact you or learn more about you, where can they go?
My Chinese name is Lin Luqiang. Lin is my surname, and Luqiang, Lu is travel. Lu means travel, and Qiang means strong. So I like travel. I think my life will more travel, more strong. Yeah. So you can search my Chinese name, and I have many interviews or many articles in Chinese community. But it's a bit not in English. But thanks to AI model, maybe I can transfer all of the interview and the content into English. I will do this I think maybe these weeks later. These weeks, and but when I do this, I need audience. So maybe you can be my first audience in English. Yeah.
Thank you, and we'll put all of these links in the description.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Awesome. Yeah.